Welcome to the Off-Grid Podcast, powered by Retreat Caravans. Join us as we dive into the incredible stories of caravanners who've embraced the open road and the off-grid lifestyle. Welcome to another episode of the Off-Grid Podcast, and I'm your host, Tilly. Today, I've got the pleasure of having Maurice and Rhonda with me, otherwise known on Instagram, Maurice and Rhonda Hit the Road. Or is it Rhonda and Morris Hit the Road? Let's find out. G'day, guys. How are we?
Thank you.
Very good, thanks.
That's good. Now, first of all, can we clear it up? Is it Rhonda and Morris Hit the Road, or is it Morris and Rhonda Hit the Road?
It's definitely Rhonda and Morris Hit the Road.
So you must have won that one then, Rhonda. How did that happen?
Because I'm the one who posts all the content. I'm the Instagram and Facebook girl.
Oh, you are? Okay, cool. Well, you've got Brad Pitt there giving you some great content opportunities, I guess. And I am going to get into your posting on Instagram and Facebook a little bit later on in the podcast. But I just want to know at the moment, where are you guys situated on this beautiful day?
80 Mile Beach in Western Australia.
Very, very nice. I can't really see what the backdrop looks like, but I'm imagining the sun's out. I can see the guns are out, Morris, but I'm imagining the sun's out as well.
No, the sun is definitely out. It was very, very windy when we first got up.
Yeah,
but it's died off now, so it's really good.
Beautiful. Now, have you been on the road for a while now? Like, I know you just got your new caravan about 6 months ago. Is that about right? Thereabouts?
Yes.
May, yeah, it was in May we got it.
In May, yeah, okay. And have you been on the road since then, or have you had sort of little trips?
No, we've been on the road. We picked up the caravan from Heatherbray,
Yeah.
in Newcastle, and went to Rhonda's sister's place to test it both off-grid and on-grid to make sure everything was working, and then we hit the road. So 4 days after we picked it up, we were off and going.
Nice. Now, Rhonda, would you say that you guys are permanently on the track, or are you sort of like just having a little mini lap at the moment?
Well, we originally thought about like 12 months, but we've still got so much to see. So we'll probably definitely be 18 months, couple of years. But I'm loving it. I don't really want to go home.
Nice. Well, tell me a little bit about your setup. Like, so you bought your caravan from Caravans, like you said, in Heatherbray. And I believe you got the Fraser 216R. Is that right?
That's correct, yes.
Nice. So I know what the caravan comes with, the standard, but what have you guys, I guess, got set up in the caravan? Are you using it as it is standard, or have you added anything to it?
The only thing that we've really added to it was that instead of just having the cooktop, we got an oven.
Okay.
But basically everything else is standard, yes.
Fans.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we've got two Morocco fans, they're
Yep.
called.
Yeah.
Because of a nighttime off-grid, don't have the air conditioning.
Of course.
So but the fans work well for us, so keep us cool.
Beautiful. And do you often use all of your traveling off-grid, or do you every now and then go into a caravan park, whether it's to do a big load of washing or to recharge the batteries and things like that?
Yeah, we do both. We do a bit of both. We do a bit of free camping off-grid and then a bit of caravans, yeah.
Yeah, nice. And which one do you guys prefer more?
I enjoy the off-grid.
Yep.
Because it just gets you back out there. You know, a lot of places that we go, there's no one else there.
Mm-hmm.
The rougher and the more outback is the more Morris likes.
I can see that. How about yourself, Rhonda?
We've done some rough roads. Yeah, I don't mind it, but after a while, I'm going to get a bit over the rough roads, and I like to go to a caravan park and have a bit of luxury.
Just stretch your legs out and talk to people, because, you know, it's only Morris that you've been speaking to for, you know, a fair bit of time.
Yeah, he reckons I'm the talker, but I tell you, when we're traveling, he's been doing pretty good at it.
Hey, well, it takes two to tango, so he must have learnt it from somewhere, eh?
Exactly right.
Now, when did this dream team actually start caravanning? Were you guys, how long have you been together for, first of all?
40 odd years.
43 years.
Well, congratulations. And I'm very impressed that you said 40 odd, Rhonda, but Morris has come in with 43 years. Extra brownie points for you, mate.
I was worried I was going to get it wrong.
No, mate, I bet you he forgot your anniversary one time, and he hasn't forgotten since, has he?
No, he never forgets, because we got married on my birthday.
Well, there you go. Double whammy there. So 43 years ago, right, you met. Now, sorry, what were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say, it's just how much that I adore Rhonda that, you know, we did it on her birthday. And that way I only have to buy one present.
Have a listen to this guy. He's smart. He likes it rough and tough. And he thinks about things a little bit more in depth. Rhonda, you've got yourself a modern day Albert Einstein who can hit the road as well, mate. You're a very lucky lady.
I am. Thank you.
Now, I want to know about this dream team, right? So how long, I know you've been together for 43 years, but how long have you been actually either caravanning or, you know, just camping in general? And when did it all begin?
Well, we used to do camping years ago in a tent with the kids, and then that stopped quite a few years ago. And then we had friends that had caravans, and I wanted a caravan and Maurice didn't. And then one of his friends said, oh, why don't you borrow our caravan and take it away and see what you think? So we took his caravan away for a week. Maurice got hooked. So next minute, we're buying a caravan.
Yep.
So we bought an older caravan, an old Imperial, and we had that for a couple of years. And then we decided we wanted to go more off-road and travel a bit more. So that's when we ordered the new retreat.
Beautiful. And during your, I guess, research stage, you would have researched a few caravans. What led you to the retreat in the end?
Well, we were really looking for a van that had an east-west bed. We loved that because our old one had that. And Maurice, what were your things?
It had to be fully off-road.
Yeah.
Right. And as you know, people say semi-off-road and full off-road, but I still haven't worked out the difference between it. Because
it's actually a unicorn, Maurice. The semi-off-road really doesn't exist. In my opinion, that is. You're pregnant or you're not. You're off-road or you're not, right? Yeah. So, you know, people could put on big wheels and, you know, or have a 6-inch A-frame. Does it make it off-road? Does it make it semi-off-road? What you guys have got and what most people actually have is probably more of a full off-road package.
Yes, and can I say some of the places that we've been, I'm glad that we did get the full off-road.
Yeah, that's good.
He's taken me over some rough roads, I can tell you.
So what's one of the roughest roads you've been on?
Cape York.
Cape York. Okay, so you did the Cape.
Yes, we did, all the way.
And we've just finished the Gib.
You did the Gib. I know you did the Gib. I've been following your Instagram.
The interesting thing about the Gib, though, was that we were told, you know, that it's a really, really bad road, you know, all those sorts of things. But compared to Cape York,
different kettle of fish.
Yeah, it was smooth.
Yeah, it wasn't rough at all.
Well, I would imagine, and from what I've heard, I've never done the Gib. I've never been lucky enough to do the Gib. But from what I've heard, obviously the roads are always regraded. You know, so you might have gone in a good period of time, whereas you know people that might follow you in a couple of months' time, you know, they might get the rougher roads. But what did you enjoy on that trek down the Gib River Road? Like, as in, you know, did you go to Kununurra? Did you go to the Home Valley Station? Where are some of the places you went to?
Oh, it was amazing. The gorges and the waterfalls. We did Emma Gorge. We did Emma Gorge, Manning Gorge, Bell Gorge, Alcock Gorge, the tunnel.
And I'm going to say, Rhonda, your Instagram, can I just say, the way that you film your waterfalls, wow, is all I'm going to say. Like, as in, it's inspired me now to go to some of these places. And I know you're getting used to posting on Instagram and things like that, but it really did look very picturesque.
Yeah, it's just amazing. It's just beautiful. People don't realize how beautiful our country is.
Yeah, there's so much to see because you guys have traveled all around the country. You know, you've been to Broken Hill, you've been to the sunny coast, you've been. Where else have you been? I've seen you've where was that? Sorry, Arwen. That's right. You've been at Alice Springs. You know, you've gone to all the cool places as well as the dirty places as well.
Totally. But look, you know, all the places that we have visited, we've never felt, you know, as though we're in danger or anything.
Yeah.
The people have always been really, really nice.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, one of the places that I absolutely love is Cooper Pedy.
Okay.
Don't ask me why I like it.
Yep. Did you get your typical Cooper Pedy shot there?
Of course.
Of course.
Same as the Gib. You've got to take the photo of the beginning and the end of it.
Yeah, sign. Correct. At the sign, that's right.
Yeah, so no, it's as I said, it's been really, really good.
I'm just a bit over the dust.
Yeah. some of those images that you've got on your Instagram or the back of the van with all the dust on it, that shows character, right? At least people know that you've been down the rough stuff, and you deserve a break sometimes going into a caravan park as well.
If Maurice had his way, he'd leave it dirty, but we've washed it 3 times.
But I should add there, the only reason that I've had to wash it is so that we could see the hashtag Rhonda Road.
Your tagline.
Just the Instagram tag.
You know, if you could do me a favor, maybe next time, clean up the Instagram tag and maybe just the retreat sign up a little bit higher as well. You know, that'll help us both out a little bit. Now, Maurice, I've got to get into the elephant in the room, mate. You go to all these places, you know, you get to see all these picturesque areas, but how about that fish? I see you're a very keen fisherman. Is it true that you got 9 fish in one, I guess, in one, what do you call it? One period or one catch?
It was in one day. We were at 7 Emus station.
Okay.
They put us out on the top of this escarpment,
Mm-hmm.
which had views over the river, and we could actually stand up there. We're about 50 meters in the air. Could stand there and see the fish.
Yeah,
And I said,
wow.
if we can see them from up here, they're big fish.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep, so,
And what were those fish that you grabbed? Because there was 9 in that one session.
Spotted,
Queenfish.
spotted queenfish.
Queen.
Yeah.
The biggest was
Spotted
80 centimeters.
89 centimeters.
It was the funniest morning because I stayed in the caravan and next minute I hear this, Rhonda, Rhonda, Rhonda. And I went out like, are you okay? And he's covered in dirt. He goes, give me a chair, give me a drink. So I'm standing and I go, are you hurt? Are you hurt? He goes, no, no. And I go, to catch any fish? And he goes, just wait and see, wait and see. Anyway, when he calmed down, we walked down to where he was and he had to bring them up, like he said, 50 meters?
50 meters.
So he carried the big one up by himself and left at the top of the hill, left the others down the bottom. So then I had to go help him drag him up the hill to bring him back up to the caravan.
Wow.
Once in a lifetime.
Yeah, no, well, it sounds like it. And yeah, some of the images, you know, if anyone hasn't seen these images, definitely go onto your Instagram page and have a look at them. When you're holding that trophy fish with all of the other fish on the floor with their heads cut off, you know, you can see the admiration for the passion of fishing in your face there. Now, let me ask you, Maurice, though, what's your best catch that you've ever gotten?
Believe it or not, I actually fish mainly for luderick, they're called, or luderick.
Okay.
And the biggest one I've ever caught on that, if you say they're similar to a brim, okay, that style, but the biggest one I've caught was 44 centimeters, which is
44 centimeters.
huge for a luderick.
And that was off the break wall at Port Macquarie.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I reckon that's impressive, but I'm going to have to say, I reckon your best catch was 43 years ago when you caught Rhonda. Just, giving you a couple more brownie points there, mate. I was waiting for you to answer that way, but we'll take it either way, right?
Right, I missed that cue. Sorry.
That's okay. I'll hold up a card next time. Point this way. No, but that is very impressive. And obviously, like I said to you, some of the things that you got on your Instagram and just listening to some of your stories, it's really aspirational for, people that want to do what you guys have done. Just said, bugger it, we're hitting the road, so to speak. We're going to do fishing. We're going to go to all of these picturesque areas that Australia have got that we can only dream of what they look like. We see them on photos. Like, have you guys actually seen the big red rock yet?
Yes.
Yep.
Did that last year.
Just tick, like as in, this is what dreams are made of, So what's left over? What are you going to see next? Where are you planning?
Next, we're going down the coast of Western Australia.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. So like, was it Esperance,
Yeah.
Exmouth, Kerangini next from here.
Yeah.
Rhonda's sister lived in Port Hedland for a couple of years.
So we're going to go through
So we're
there.
going to go through there and
Just
see.
Yeah.
Check that
Esperance looks beautiful. I mean, just seeing again, I travel through photos. I went to America last year, and that's probably the biggest travel that I've had in 20 years. They don't let me out of here at retreat. I've got to work something out there. But they're seeing that blue water that Esperance has to offer on those beaches. It's unbelievable.
To get out there, get a caravan, and get out there and see the country.
Well, see, I do get in a caravan, but mainly when it's time for me to get into a caravan, it's to go to our national rallies, which I was going to ask, where are you going to be in September of 2024?
Who knows?
Where's your rally? Where's the
Well,
rally?
exactly right. If you can plan it around South Australia in Tailem Bend, there'll be 80 to 90 retreat caravans there waiting to make new friends with you. Of course, I'll be there.
Of course.
That's a good thing about traveling. We've made so many great friends.
Yeah.
It's amazing. We've got people next to us now that we've traveled with the last few stops, and that's what we love about it.
We've inherited two grandchildren out of them.
Nice. Are they 4-legged or 2-legged?
2-legged.
Okay, fair enough. So they're real people then.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's what it's all about, like caravanning is not a hobby, it's a lifestyle, and it's the people that you meet on the road that eventually become your new best mates, that come over to your house when you're situated, in New South Wales. If you ever do go back, come over for a barbecue or watch the NRL final or whatever it might be. That's what it's all about. Now, Rhonda, you're posting on Instagram, right? I've started to see it started off just with some images, some still images. Then it got into some reels, which are looking pretty good. Now you're starting to hit the stories and getting the hashtags and the mentions. You're doing very, very well, mate. Now, I don't know if Maurice is YouTubing some tutorials for you, but whatever you're doing so far, it's working.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm not real good with the internet, but I'm impressed with myself that I know how to do those reels now.
Yeah, it's a good thing to master. I tried it, like I said, I went to America and it took me a bit of time to understand how they work. So you've picked it up really, really well.
Thank you. I'm trying.
Maurice, I've got to ask you one question directly, mate. On your travels, I noticed you had one of the famous Archer burgers.
Oh, yeah.
Did it taste as good as it looked? It was this big.
I know it's. I eat a lot, okay, and even for me, it was.
Well, so do I.
Yeah, it was just, and it tastes, it absolutely tasted beautiful.
It's amazing. You need to get there and have one.
Yeah.
It's literally like, I'm not even like, I'm not exaggerating. I'd say it'd probably be about 20 centimeters high, the burger, there or thereabouts.
Yeah. And look, the meat patty is about 3 centimeters in itself without anything else.
Definitely puts Macca's to shame. Where can people find one? If they're traveling and they want to have the famous Archer burger, where did you guys get that from?
Archer Roadhouse.
On the way to Cape York.
On the way to Cape York. All right, beautiful, cool. And if anyone wants to see your stuff on Instagram, where should they go to? What do you call your page on Instagram or Facebook?
Rhonda and Morris hit the road.
Rhonda and Morris hit the road. Exactly how it's spelled, right? And what we'll do is we'll actually put that link on this podcast when we launch it.
On Instagram and on Facebook, it's just Rhonda and Higgins.
Perfect. Well, we'll make sure we tag both of them. And for anyone that wants to see these guys on the road, or should I say off the grid, please make sure you follow both their pages. Guys, Rhonda, Morris, it's been a pleasure having you on the Off Grid podcast. And I can't wait to see more of your travel journeys, see how you go down on the West Coast. And hopefully we get to see you in 2024 at Tailem Bend. Thank you very much for joining us on the Off Grid podcast. Thank you for joining us on this episode of the Off Grid podcast. If you're passionate about off-grid adventures and have a unique story, we'd love to have you on as a guest. Connect with us to share your experiences and inspire others with your off-grid journey. Remember, life is an adventure meant to be lived off the grid. Don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring stories, helpful tips, and exciting adventures. This is the Off Grid podcast, powered by Retreat Caravans.